We have had a former finance minister in this republic go to prison. We have had a former deputy finance minister go to prison. We have had a former deputy finance minister prosecuted. The whole former president could be investigated by a special prosecutor appointed by President Akufo-Addo. How come a former finance minister not be? I'm away from this.
You know, sometimes we live in a country whereby if you start to do something correct, because of some political views, that's sorry to say, because of say the OSP in the right way, you know, for us to recover some of our money, they say, the NPP is going around saying all sorts of things, say the OSP does not know his work, and then the OSP is trying to please the new master. Now let us not forget, say President Akufo-Addo is the one who appointed the OSP. He is the one who gave the authority to the OSP, say, Ono Nembeye Ejuma, which is Kese Ejaben. Now, say, if says Kese Ejaben, Ababe declare the former minister of the state, and now say the finance minister, Ken Ofori Wànt3d. Why is it that at the end of the day, the NPP is going around saying all sorts of things? If a former president, or no crown, an investigation, how much more you, a former minister of this land? Ladies and gentlemen, Hanum ABJ show, so I saw best subscribe. I think so we are sharing link in the afro, and the next thing is you leave a comment. Now, concerning the issue of Ken Ofori Wànt3d, according to lawyer Tamaklo, say there are some things the NPP as a whole they are trying to do as a they don't have sense. Why? Because of said this is not the first time that a former minister of the state has been declared wanted, and I say OSP Atto in Safran. So why is it that the NPP as a whole they are trying to create a certain perception, say a NDC for Neshase? Or say in this country, they say you know corruption is not the key to success, and then whoever tries so on it or the corruption, you know, and I say a billion is second. According to lawyer Tamaklo, was it is not the first time. So the NPP, for them to go around and then be ranting and then back, you know, I say Sebi, it does not make sense. Ain't it, Mr. Tamaklo?
Exactly. I mean, once you were interviewing my learned friend Sammy, I'm here asking, what exactly is the problem? That Mr. Ken Ofori Wànt3d is above being declared wanted, or Mr. Ken Ofori Wànt3d is above being investigated? What is it? Look, I am telling you, a former president of the republic, in the person of John Dramani Mahama, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo specifically wrote to the then special prosecutor Martin Amidu to investigate him. Who is Ken Ofori Wànt3d? Please, who is he? In the overall scheme of affairs, if a former president of the republic can be investigated on the basis of a petition by Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo himself, I never saw this. I never saw President Kufuor ask Jerry Rawlings to be investigated. I never saw it. I never saw former President Mills, may he so rest in peace, ask that President Kufuor be investigated for whatever. I saw Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ask his head of communication, Eugene Ahi, to write directly to the special prosecutor there to investigate Mahama and his family. So who the hell is Ken Ofori Wànt3d in the kingdom? No, please. You see, this morning I've been asking myself, what exactly are the issues? Hold on. Mr. Kisi Ejaben has not said Ken Ofori Wànt3d is guilty. I've not heard that. In fact, he had indicated correspondences between him and his lawyers. The only point of disagreement is whether or not he should recover fully relative to whatever medical treatment he's going through abroad before he can honor the invitation of the special prosecutor without more. For me, that is the only point of disagreement. I am telling you that the special prosecutor went to John Mahama and took statements from him. It happened in this Ghana. Nobody raised any issue. So what exactly are the conversation about? What exactly are the issues? I want to know. Please keep me up to speed. Because I listened to the special prosecutor. He never said Ken is guilty. He said, I want to investigate. If their basis prosecute, I'll proceed from there. If they are not, I'll drop the charges. Why? Were we not in this country that the special prosecutor took a Pontius Pilate approach in the Cecilia Dapa matter and said they should go back to the Yoko? So it has not always been the case that the investigations conducted by the special prosecutor have resulted in a prosecution. So what exactly is the complaint? I want to know this.
Okay, so first from this issue, Mr. Tamaklo, and as a lawyer, Eden Anoto, say, Ken Ofori Ghanaians are thinking time, and what the man is doing, there's nothing wrong now. OSP Limuna Jumano. I just NPP for Bonetiban. What's it say? This Ken Ofori is the same person as Okosha to force in case next. Mode Assembly Court said they should try and then arrest Atto Forson. Now, according to Mr. Tamaklo, was it that Ken Ofori hey, Abusian, Mujani Day, or no Yeni Papa? So, Samrana so next OSP training Samuja Nessa will plead guilty there, Abusian, any of them.
I was counsel for the respected, the Honorable Atto Forson, doctor. Do you know what we went through? Look, Atto Forson criminal investigation and subsequent proof was instigated by Ken Ofori.
Was instigated by
him. Please, look, you
it's
see,
on the tape.
Look, let people not take our seeming silence to mean that we don't know what happened. I was involved. With my senior, we took Atto Forson to Yoko. In fact, the first day we got to Yoko, by the time we met the deputy director of Yoko, Nanentri, it was obvious that it was, excuse my language, a foolish case. Yes. Look, Nanentri, after he listened to Atto Forson, said, look, go home with the statement. You go and write it and bring it back. He said, go home, take the police statement form, go home, write it and bring it back. I return it. From November 2017, listen carefully.
Yeah.
November 2017, we never heard anything from the police or Yoko. The current current executive director of Yoko, Mr. Bashiru, they saw the things that happened. Look, on the 17th of November 2021, the budget was read with e-levy in it. The then ranking finance, the Honorable Atto Forson, raised issues about the fact that their side was not going to allow for the imposition of e-levy. That was 17th, 19th December when the budget was read. On the 25th of November 2021, I was there when now Speaker sent a letter that Yoko is looking for Atto Forson. Immediately, 5 days after the budget, either 5 or 6 days after the budget was read, and Atto Forson had raised issues about the e-levy. Immediately, they invited him. Look, you see, some of that, look, when I took the Honorable, in fact, so Speaker asked us to come to his conference room. I went there with the Honorable Atto Forson. An investigation that was done for 4 years basically gathered dust from nowhere. They said we should come. When we went there, the investigators came, myself and him. When we went through everything, the investigators simply just said, okay, we'll call you back. Immediately they called me, that they have just been called by the Attorney General's office, that they should take his charge statement because December 22nd, they want to take him to court. Do you know what people have survived in this country? What the hell are we talking about? Look, people have gone through hell under Akufo-Addo and his family members.
Now that's lawyer Tamaklo, the CEO for the NPA. Now I don't know your suggestion, say what the OSP has done, and I said for the OSP to declare Ken Ofori guilty. Is he having the right to? Because of say nowadays what the NPP or some lawyers are saying is say kesi eja ben sebi wonim na juma abusu hanum BJ show so kai so be subscribe after so we are share link in my phone and the next thing is to leave a comment.
This is the BJ show with Wànt3d. Don't forget to subscribe.